Hey guys, it's Natalie the intern, also known as Kipper Chew from the website. And I'm going to show you techniques to make your very own amigurumi, or a crochet toy. So what we're going to do is make a ring. That's one of the techniques used in the pattern. So first step, we're going to make a knot, a slip knot. So we're going to take the yarn that we're using. This is one of the yarns I'm using, rather. And we're going to make a slip knot. Oops. Okay, so here comes a slip knot. Oops, too short. Okay. And through like this. Can you all see it? It goes like, I'm not very good at showing knots, so if you have any, when in doubt, look at a Boy Scout guide or something. I don't know. But anyways, it should look like this. And stick the hook through and pull tight. Tight-ish. You don't want to make it too tight because then it's harder to work with. But pull tight. There should be a little tail. There's a tail. See the tail? And there should be one working end attached to the yarn ball. Okay. So we're good? We're good. Okay. So it's slightly tight, kind of tight-ish. Now we're going to start making a chain. So we need to make a ring first. Pardon. So we are going to yarn over. That's one of the techniques used, which is basically putting the yarn over the hook and pulling through the loop. That was one. Can you see that again? Maybe. I don't know. Just for repetition's sake, it's going to show you again. Okay. Yarn over. Oh, okay. Yarn over. Pull it through. You now have one loop on the hook. Okay, now we're going to look. Going to look at what we just have here in my hand, or in your hand now, which is this little thing, this little chain thing going here. Now look at it. One of these little chains in the knot, one of these little knot things, should look more open than the other. Put in the more open one. When in doubt, you can always take it out and try it again, because you didn't get very far. So just stick it in there. Okay? And we're going to do this again. Yarn over and pull it through. See? It's like this. Okay. Rather like, yeah. Yeah, you can't see like that. Okay, I apologize. That was my bad. Okay. And pull it through. You now have two loops on the hook right now. See? Oh, you can't see it right that. Okay. Two loops on the hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull it through. That was your first chain in the ring. Now to continue making your ring, well, bigger, you're going to make as many chains into the ring as prescribed in the pattern. In this case, it's 6 chains in the ring for the pattern I made for the website. So that means we're going to make 5 more chains in this ring. That means insert the hook exactly back into where you did just right before, and do it again. Do the same thing again. Just yarn over, pull it through. See the 2 chains? See them again? See them? Okay, and yarn over again. Pull it through. Now you have 2. Okay, good job. Now you're going to keep going through until you've got 6 on there. In fact, what you can do once you have 6, this is a little trick I learned. It's really not a trick. It's just common knowledge among crafters, but it's really, really handy, so I do it, is this little doohickey right here. This little safety pin looking thing is a stitch marker or a stitch holder. And it's great for marking where the first part of your round is. So once you know, okay, I got this far. This is the beginning of the round. So once you got this far, you know that's the end of row 1. So now you can start counting all over again if need be, which there's going to be a need, so that's really handy to have. And so we're going to take this off. Okay. Next up, I'm going to show you guys how to make an increase and a decrease. First up is the increase. This one's pretty much what you did for the making your ring. And it's, well, you're going to use it a lot. Same with the decrease, so you need to know how to do both of these. Okay, ready? This is my pattern here. This is what I've been working on. See? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And what we're going to do, now let me see if I can turn this around a little bit. Okay, what we're going to do, is we're going to just single crochet in one stitch, next stitch in the row, stick it in there, yarn over. I'm not terribly good at this, I apologize. Yarn over. Well, the videoing, I'm decent at crochet. Not amazing, but what the heck. And pull it through. Doing it blindfolded, not so good. And that's one. Now, what you're going to do to make this an increase, I don't know if you can see this, to make this an increase is you're going to go in and see how I have one knot in here. I don't know if you can. It's kind of hard to tell if it's one color. But just where you stuck the needle in hook in last time, that's where you're going to stick it again. So that increases the stitch count by 1. So there you have it. That increased my stitch count by 1 because I just stitched 2 stitches into 1 stitch initially. So 2 in 1 equals 1 more. Don't ask me why that works, but it does. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a decrease. Let me just get this working here. Okay, here comes a decrease. Decrease is a little tricky, but you can handle it, trust me. If you can't, you can handle it, don't worry. Okay, so this is the pattern again. Oh yeah, I should show you guys how to handle the yarn on the side you're not holding the pattern with. This is the hand you're going to use to hold the yarn. How you do this. You're going to take your pinky. This pinky, you know, like drinking tea, only it's your pinky. Okay, you're going to wrap the yarn around like this. See it? And then you're going to take your index finger, your pointer finger, and you're going to loop it around like this. Make sure it's not too tight. You don't want to cut off circulation. So now you see like this. And there, you can just hold it like this, and you can just like move the yarn as you go along, so you can, when you need more yarn, you got it there, and that's how you hold your yarn. Anyways, moving right along here to the decrease. Here we go. So here's the work, as you can see. We're going to do a decrease, as I promised. We're going to stick the hook in the hole, sorry, and yarn over, and pull it through. Now we have 2 loops on the hook. I don't know if you can see. Okay. Now we're not going to pull through right now. We are not. Because it's a decrease, not an increase, or a single crochet. It's going to be an increase. Okay, a decrease. Wow. A decrease. This is a decrease. Okay. So what you're going to do is now stick your hook, while you still have 2 loops on the hook, stick your hook into the next loop. Not the one you just stuck it into, the hook adjacent to it. Loop adjacent to it. Well, I cannot talk today, I apologize. So now you're going to yarn over. Oh. Yeah. Yarn over. And pull through. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Okay? Now you're going to pull it through. Yarn over and pull it through. This decreases your stitch count in the row by 1. Now you have 1 loop on the hook. Yeah. Okay, that decreases your stitch count by 1. There you have it. There's 1 technique left. I promise this is the last one. I promise. Okay. It's called a slip stitch. Slip stitches are pretty easy once you get the hang of them. The only problem I've ever had with them is that sometimes they slip out of your hand. I guarantee that's not why they call them that. It's just coincidence. But anyways, here's the deal. What you're going to do is stick your crochet hook into the next stitch that you need to stick it into. You can tell because it's adjacent to where your hook is. We're going to work with the stuff I was chaining. Oh, let me just make it a little bigger so you can see. Chocolate. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit bigger. That's all we really need. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we see here. See how this thing right here is a knot? Maybe you can't tell, but just take my word for it, okay? We're going to is a stitch. Well, stitch knot, same diff. We're going to stick because technically a stitch is a knot. Mind-boggling, I know, but hey. We're going to stick the hook in, stick yarn over, and just pull it through both loops. One there and one here. That's all there is. That's a slip stitch. And you're done. We're going to use this to close the pattern up when you're done, and then just tie a knot at the end. Here, I'll show you. Well, not really tie a knot. You're just going to pull it through like this. Just pull it, cut the bottom of it, and tighten it up. That is it. You're done. So just going to pull the yarn through, hide the yarn somewhere in the plush if you need to. Don't cut it too short, otherwise it'll unravel, and then you don't have a pumpkin anymore. I don't know what you have. Guess a bunch of yarn. But yeah, that's about it. Enjoy!